this is a hotline episode.
I was recently dating a man, unfortunately. I nearly completed the 12-date rule. We made it to date 10. And then after we hit about the 2-month mark, he just completely ghosted me. And fast forward 2 weeks after that, I found out he's dating somebody new.
Oh.
So my question to you is, what do you feel is the best form of revenge? Like, are we still slashing tires? Is that a thing?
And I dug my key into the side of it.
Welcome to the Ask a Matchmaker podcast. I'm your host, Matchmaker Maria, and this is a hotline episode. Jessie,
Yeah.
we have concluded the month of April.
Thank God.
Have you pre-ordered my book?
How do I do that? Why don't we tell the viewers?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where do you usually order your books from?
I gotta say, sometimes I do Amazon.
Okay,
but I
open up
try to do a
Amazon.
bookstore. I try to do an in-person bookstore.
Barnes & Noble, Bookshop, Amazon. But you can open up Amazon.
Okay.
We're going to do this right now.
Okay, yeah.
This is what I need everyone to do. You're listening. Be like Jessie, okay? Let's listen. The only way to let bookstores know that this is a book they need to have on their shelves is if you buy the book. And you can go to Bookshop, which supports independent booksellers. You can go to your actual independent bookstore and say, I want to pre-order this book that's coming out called Ask a Matchmaker by Maria Avgetitis. You don't have to pronounce my last name. You don't even have to remember how to spell it. Just say, I want the book Ask a Matchmaker. You can go to Audible, you can go to Spotify or wherever you listen to audiobooks and you can pre-order it. But this is how we get the word out right now. So you did it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for pre-ordering it, Jessie. Thank you for doing that for me.
Y'all.
But also, thank you for doing that. You should be thanking yourself for taking this step in dating because it is an empowering book for singles and non-singles alike. I feel like this book was also written for people who are married who are like, how do I help my single friends meet someone special and connect with people? I feel like there's an obligation. Remember your friend, the bride?
I love her.
I think she has an obligation to start having family barbecues in her new little house with her husband and start inviting all of her friends so they can connect.
Yes.
You better tell her this today.
I will.
Matchmaker Maria says you need to start having summer barbecues and invite all your single friends.
Wait, she's going to love that.
She is going to love that. I think more married people need to be held to account because this is how people used to meet. And they used to meet at barbecues, used to meet at charity dances. They used to meet.
Someone comes up to me, I'm chomping on some ribs, sauce all over my face.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Have a little local beer because the beer is going to be way too expensive with the tariffs now.
Oh my God, yeah.
And a little domestic beer in your hand.
And a bib.
Do friends really give bibs at family barbecues?
If I'm eating my ribs, yes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Jessie, are you ready to answer some questions on the hotline?
I've been waiting my whole entire life to do this.
I can't even tell anymore if she's being earnest or facetious. I'm pretty sure she's just lying to my face.
I'm being so real right now.
Let's take some questions. Welcome to the Ask a Matchmaker hotline. How can we help you?
Hi, my name is Brianna, and I'm calling from Orange County, California. And I have only gone on one date with this man, and I'm totally in my head about it. But basically, we went on the one date. It was like a 8-hour date. I've kind of lost track of time, which I don't like that long of a date. But we on the date planned the next 2 days, and then he's been gone, so we won't get to see each other again until the weekend.
Okay.
And we have a whole plan in place. My issue is he keeps saying, like, I miss you. I can't wait to see you. I'm excited to see you on Sunday. We have like a bet on something, just kind of like making it fun. And I think it just, to me, seems too good to be true. That I'm like kind of trying not to play into it because I'm like, okay, why does this man seem so good? His communication's really good.
Aww.
Really into me.
Okay, I have a lot of follow-up questions before I can give an answer. Number one, how old did you say you were?
So I'm 34 and he's 39.
Oh, he's not that much.
That's-
Oh my God, I'm thinking like 52.
Girl, I thought he was like 60.
Like
You're like,
what?
he's pretty old, 39.
I'm like, I have like a 7-year age gap with my husband. Age gap, okay. Like, all right, you're fine.
You're awesome. You're kind of
Please.
dramatic. I love it.
And especially in Orange County, you guys are basically the same age.
True.
You might be older than him.
Yeah, no, probably.
Okay, second follow-up question. Did you meet through friends or the internet or out and about?
We met on Hinge,
Okay.
and we couldn't meet for about 3 weeks
Oh.
with our travel schedules. But within those 3 weeks, we didn't really talk.
Good.
Kind of, we had a date planned,
Oh,
and then as we got closer, it was like, hey, just following up, still checking in. And so it's like we would check in maybe like twice a week.
Okay.
And it was super short, which I appreciated. I didn't want this like consistent daily talk.
Good. Do you know why I tell people not to do that? Like, do you understand why I'm saying good? Because I feel like you're surprised.
well, what, that they weren't talking much before?
Yeah.
Well, you're really going to get to know that person in person. Like, you don't want to talk through all the things you're going to talk through on a date.
Yeah. But also, what usually happens is if you talk too much before a meeting physically,
Yeah.
especially when it's over text instead of like on FaceTime or over the phone, you can accidentally fall in love with the expectation of what's happening.
Yes, yeah.
And then no matter how good reality is, reality never meets expectations. I can only think of one couple I've been in this business for 16 years. I can only think of one couple where it worked.
Is it a celebrity?
No, I guess in some circles they're celebrities, but like
It was like J-Lo and Ben.
no, but like it's true. Like it's like you can, and I don't think it only worked because they had friends in common. So that's my next follow-up question is, do you have anyone in common?
No one in common.
Okay.
Whoa, wait. Also, you guys went on an 8-hour date?
Yeah, it's a little.
That's
that's like 6 hours too long.
No,
for a
that's
first date.
awesome. That's very lesbian of you.
I agree, and I really try. And that's why with the talking,
2 drink max.
I follow that with you.
Yeah.
The date, we were playing, we went to like Dave & Buster's.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So we like ate and then went and did it. And so I don't think there's any clocks in there. So
It's like a casino.
Yeah, Dave & Buster's is great. All right, let me ask you 2 more follow-up questions. Do you know what your attachment style is?
not necessarily.
I'm just curious if you lean towards avoidance. So like any form of secure communication style is like overwhelming to you. You want a little bit of like second guessing. I'm not saying this is what you want. I'm just something I'm wondering. So get on, like learn about that. You could certainly find an attachment quiz online. There's plenty of them to learn where your global index is. Let me ask you my last follow-up question. If he never, excuse me. I hit my microphone for those not listening. For those not listening, I hit my microphone for those not watching on YouTube. Okay, my last follow-up question is, had he not texted you, I miss you, between date 1 and date 2, do you think you would feel the way you feel right now? And I specifically mean that sentence, I miss you.
Yes. I still would have.
Oh, okay.
The reason I think I still would have is because of the like future planning.
Let me ask you another question. I'm sorry, I have just a ton of questions for you, but they're relevant. These are 2 questions, and this is really important because how you answer dictates what's happening next. Has he left you confused?
No.
That's good. Do you feel acknowledged?
Yes.
Great. You should absolutely go into a second date with full confidence.
Yeah, you're scared, girl. It's okay. I'm scared every day of my life.
I think it is like, I'm one of those people, I don't like to open up, and I'm like afraid to open up because I'm like, okay, when's this man gonna hurt me?
But it seems like he's really it seems like he's into you.
You haven't said anything where he's like love bombing you.
And that's, I don't feel like he has. Like, he wants me to meet his dog and like,
Wait, let me take that back now. What?
Why did that get both of us? For some reason we were like, wait, what?
Is it like a big dog?
yeah.
Okay. Big dogs is like a whole personality. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brianna, I am extremely interested in hearing what happens next. What I want you to do is record a voice note with an update so we can feature it on our next hotline. I want you to send it to askamatchmakerpod@gmail.com. And dear listener, if you have a question that you want us to answer, send us a voice note, send us an email, askamatchmakerpod@gmail.com. Brianna, thank you so much for calling in. I'm thinking you should go on the second date. I'm thinking you should remind yourself that this person is not leaving you confused, is being consistent. They're acknowledging you. Maybe they're just a dork.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I feel like I thought you would agree, but you took it personally.
No, because I am a dork. Brianna, he sounds nice. You should go on a second date. I know it's scary. I think it's probably just because he's not playing games that you're like, wait, I'm kind of not used to this. But go on the second date, see what happens. And then if he just like, if everything is about his dog, maybe run. I think maybe if he's like, all right, third date, you know what that means. You get to meet my dog.
I don't want you to go over his house until after the fifth date, mainly because this person is still a stranger to you. You met off the internet. You do not have friends in common. And I think that's a reasonable thing to say to someone too. If he says, I want you to come over, do your next 2 dates involve each other's houses? Because I know you said you've planned stuff.
The next one was supposed to be like we're supposed to go to some game park near his house area. And then the other one is to go to a sporting event of some sort.
These are fantastic date ideas. I don't want you going over his house. If it comes up, you could just say, we met through the internet. I'd like to be at your house maybe on the 5th or 6th date. It's just I want you to 12 date rule this guy hard.
Yeah.
I'm all about sticking to that.
You can do it. I just want to see where it goes up, but I would love an update. Please don't forget to send us that, okay?
I won't. I just made a note. I won't forget.
Good.
Yay.
Good girl. All right, Jessie, before we get into our next caller, I have Matchmaker mail.
Ding dong. You guys should add that as an effect. So every single time, even when I'm not on the episode, you have Matchmaker mail. It goes, my voice, ding dong.
I think that's a production note we got to hold on to. That's a really good one. Hi, Matchmaker Maria. I could really use your take on this because I feel like I'm losing my mind out here. So my friend and I were talking about my most recent first date, which was absolutely atrocious.
Oh.
Why are we still talking then? Like, it's atrocious, period. Okay, anyway.
I have to hear more.
I need to hear more though, yeah. I still have trouble setting firm boundaries, and I agreed to meet this guy in his part of the city. When I got there, he surprised me with full body massages. He had booked for the both of us a couples massage.
Wait, this is the first date? First time they're meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yes, full body massages. She said she knew we would react, and she wrote it out. On a first date, let me read this again. Yes, full body massages, period. On a first date, period. She knew we would hesitate. She knew that we would react. I love that.
Oh my God.
I know I should have left, but I froze and went along with it. Imagine not taking a shower before this. Like, I like to take a shower before I go to massage. And now you're about to get rubbed down with oil, with all your grimy oils.
I'm trying to think of massage terms right now, but my mind is going blank.
Happy endings.
Oh, hey-oh.
All right. After that, he took me to a bar where, surprise again, he used to work.
But can I just say that he took her to a full body massage on the first date? He's a pervert. He's a pervert.
Followed along by a bar. Could you imagine drinking after a massage?
Are you dehydrated? Are you supposed to drink a lot of water? She's going to pass out.
He introduced me to what felt like everyone there, like I was already his girlfriend. I feel like I've been on a date with this guy that she's describing. Like this, anyway.
This is scary.
Was this a bar on 55th Street? All right. They have like a 90s night. Anyway, that was our very first time meeting in person. I thought maybe it was just bad luck, but the date before that wasn't much better. That guy showed up outside the bar with a massive bouquet of flowers and handed them to me in front of everyone walking by.
It's a different guy?
Yeah. It's okay. Let me go back. Thought it was bad luck, but the day before that wasn't much better. Guy showed up at the bar with a massive bouquet of flowers. I don't think this is nearly as bad as much as it's like cringe.
Yeah.
Like,
if you want to give someone flowers, like maybe when you pick them up or something, like if it's just you two, but outside the bar.
New Yorker, I'm assuming this person's from New York because they're meeting up at places like she's saying like uptown, whatever, and they don't have cars. Like if you were somewhere else, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to keep going because I'm spending too much time on this. Then at the table, he tried to pull my chair out for me, which I wasn't expecting, and I nearly fell.
Classic comedy.
I don't understand though what's wrong with a guy pulling out your chair while you're about to sit down.
Well, I think I just like that she fell. It feels like the Three Stooges. Sometimes I just have like baby brain. I'm like, they fell. It's funny.
Yeah. Maria, what is going on? Why are men so unhinged with first dates lately? Am I being too harsh, or are these red flags? And most importantly, how do I avoid this kind of chaos again? Thanks in advance. I need your real talk. Okay, we've got 2 separate dates here.
Yeah, and I think the first one is definitely worse than the second.
Yeah.
I think the second someone
it's like earnest effort,
maybe just like has not been on a lot of dates and is like, I've seen this as movies. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Right. I'm Tom Hanks. You're Meg Ryan.
Grouping them in with the same people, like, what's wrong with men? It's like one was a pervert and the other one's just maybe an earnest nerd.
You know, the worst daters tend to make great boyfriends.
Aw, why?
Because they have no experience in dating. They're just so desperate to be in a relationship.
They're just excited to be in the room.
They're excited to be at the table.
They're excited to be at the table.
I finally get to use that White Lotus reference.
Tsunami. Buddhism. Should I take these as you want to live in Taiwan?
Wow, you're way better at this.
I know some decent people in North Carolina, or where are they? South Carolina? I know some decent men in South Carolina, and I think that's where we should tell her to go.
I'm crying, and I'm trying not to. Like, I just did a good wing liner with my good eyeliner, Dior line eyeliner. Okay, I didn't use the, drugstore shit for you today. Okay.
Yelling at me, getting mad.
Stop being funny. All right. Okay. So let's divide and conquer here. Okay.
Okay.
First date.
Yeah. Pervert.
The moment you found out that it's at a massage parlor, that is. I don't care if he prepaid it. You need to set a boundary of, I do not want to be naked on first dates.
Yeah. I think what's kind of funny about this is I think now I'm getting better with boundaries. Now I'm becoming more bold, communicating more what I want. I think I would have been like, sure, let's do the massage, like tears falling down my cheeks, like, that's okay. I wouldn't have said anything. But I've changed.
I'm happy.
And she should too.
I'm just like, are you okay? Do you have trauma that we need to talk about in another episode?
Not talking about it right now.
I understand that she froze and she went along with it. Now you've experienced this. Now you need to make a promise to yourself that if this were to happen again, like, you have to kind of ask yourself on dates, am I being disrespected? Or am I being acknowledged for what I am worth? And I think in these 2 very different date scenarios, in one, she was disrespected, the massage one, if you need clarity.
Yeah. And
then going to a bar, and I mean, I'm sure all of the coworkers there think he's a loser. Because that's not, it's not a guy that thinks it's appropriate to do a couples massage on a first date. I'm going to correlate to also a shitty coworker, because they're certainly...
Yeah, he does not respect boundaries. I'm kind of picturing it. It's the equivalent.
Sexual harassment case in the back galley.
It's equivalent to if I invited someone on a date and then it's actually a karaoke bar and I said, sit down, I'm going to sing all of Glee. That's kind of what that feels like. I've never done that. I would never do that.
You have done it.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking...
what I was thinking was, like, what kind of guy would you invite to do that with? Like, what is he like?
Well, the thing is that...
And is he straight?
The point of that is like, he clearly was not thinking about her, it was about what he wanted.
Yeah.
And wasn't considering her at all. And that's kind of like me when I sing karaoke Glee.
Yeah.
It's like, this is about me now.
So in the second date now, right? I don't think he disrespected her. I think he was trying to acknowledge her in his own way. I don't think there's anything wrong with receiving flowers. I think it can certainly feel a little cringe to receive suddenly a bouquet of flowers.
From someone you don't know.
From someone you don't know, sure.
What if the flowers were like the water squirters, like clowns you? No, I'm just.
But what I'm trying to say is that, like, you know, dating is a privilege, but dating can also be awkward. And I think I think we got to sometimes redirect people, like, thank you so much for the flowers. I wish I had somewhere to put them. Can you keep holding them for me until we get home?
Carry my shit, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I would say it.
I think you're going to be fine. I think dating is a privilege and it's an experience. And the only way you're going to get better at it is to go on more dates. And not all dates are going to be good. Not all dates are going to be bad. And that's how you have to think about it. It's just another line on the plot.
Yeah.
All right. We've got our last caller in here. Welcome to the Ask a Matchmaker hotline. How can we help you?
Hi, Maria.
Hello.
Hi, it's Katie, and I have a scenario and also a question. So I was recently dating a man, unfortunately, for about 2 months, and we were consistently dating. This wasn't like a sporadic thing, and I nearly completed the 12-date rule. We made it to date 10. And things were going really well. I really liked him. And then after we hit about the 2-month mark, he just completely ghosted me. Like literally just didn't respond to any of my text messages. And then fast forward 2 weeks after that, I found out he's dating somebody new.
Oh.
So my question to you is, what do you feel is the best form of revenge? I'm not really in a place where I'm trying to mend at the moment. I'm indulging the messy. So,
yeah.
like, are we still slashing tires? Is that a thing? Like, have we?
How can I commit a felony, Maria?
Wait.
A misdemeanor at best.
KB, first of all, hey, my name's Jessie. I'm in love with you, I think. You sound absolutely awesome, and I think you should drag his ass. Get him. Get him. I'm all for it.
I've never been in a situation where I already know this is going to be a clip on the feed. But I'm like, oh, this is going to be a clip.
She's like, should I slash his tires, steal his mom, steal his credit card information?
Okay.
Should I steal his girl? I mean, you tell me.
Are you bi? Like, what?
Well, you know, I could be for the spite of it all.
I can't.
Okay, ally.
I'm not above.
Happy Pride to KB.
I feel like this is the movie. This is the movie. One day there will be a movie where it's like, oh, first of all, she didn't do shit, the other woman, okay? The woman just happens to be single and this man was not tied down and he started dating someone else. So let me get to you, caller, now, okay? KB.
Katie. Maria, it's Katie, your actual friend.
Oh,
Katie. Sorry, I kept calling you KB.
Oh my God. The idea, block out her name. The idea that someone would not be dating you is blowing my mind. You don't understand. This woman is like my ultimate girl crush.
Oh my God.
Like, I show my husband, I go, look how beautiful this woman is. She is, I need to describe her to you, okay?
She sounds beautiful through the phone, can I just say?
She's the most amazing person. She is a national park enthusiast.
Oh.
She has like a naturally beautiful, like she runs, but she has like this beautiful body, like it's very feminine.
Yeah.
And like fit.
Oh my God.
And then she's got like tattoos,
How
but
is someone
also
ghosting
freckles. You? And her like personality is like if a hipster met someone who's like effervescent. Does that make sense?
Yes, again, I live in Brooklyn. I know these.
Oh, yes. And she used to live in Brooklyn.
This is my whole community.
She used to live in Bushwick. So the idea that someone would leave you
Katie,
is just
we would
like,
get along very well.
You understand, it's rare that I meet a woman that's single and I'm like, how are you single? Because I'm like, how are you single? And you know what it is? It's what you said. I think you should try being out bi. I just feel like there's a lot more. Anyway, this is not it.
Be who you are.
All right. I just want to say, I mean, I could see a woman, like, I swear, now that I know who it is, it's like, I could see the other woman being like, why not? Anyway, I just want to say something really quick, Katie. First of all, I need to acknowledge that I need to acknowledge you that being ghosted is so hurtful, and only hurt people.
Oof. Boom.
Okay. Like it's a blessing in disguise. I know you don't want to hear that, but the fact that this person has the capacity to hurt you 2 months into what could have been a loving long-term relationship where you've put in the commitment of going out with them, doing the 12-date rule. I know you're like, I know you're happy you did not have sex with him knowing he could hurt you in this way before you had done that. I want to believe that, right? Because that's the whole point of 12-date rule. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that we know now this person had the capacity to hurt you in a really confusing way, because it's like, so what? The time that we spent together.
Yeah, in a cruel way.
It's cruel. Like, yes, that's the right word.
2 months is a good amount of time. It's like,
it's not even a text message breakup. That's a phone call or in-person breakup.
Yeah, it's just kind of, we're both humans, and I owe you this of like, we spent enough time together.
And you're using the right words, Jessie, because that's what it is. It's inhumane. He did not see you as human. He disregarded you as if you were like an app that needed to be downloaded in the app store on your phone or something.
He's a coward.
Yeah, he is a coward.
Boom.
And he's selfish, and I'm happy. I want to, and I'm like, I'm happy he left you. But on the other hand, how he did it sucks. Now, in terms of revenge.
And I dug my key into the side of it.
I don't know about you guys, but the most annoying text messages and emails are literally from every single campaign. Like, I unsubscribe to campaigns, but they just keep showing up. Like, I'm like, I don't even follow this congressperson. How do they have my email? So all I need you to do is do a $1 donation on ActBlue to get him on every single campaign donor's email list, and then his phone number. He will be bothered for the next every 3 hours with a campaign donation.
Wait, that's awesome.
And then also put him on the Trump email list too, so he gets a little bit of that hate-filled messages in his email as well. And he'll never, once you get in that loop, you can never unsubscribe from them. You're in there forever.
Holy crap.
I still get text messages from candidates in New York, and I've not lived in New York for 5 years now. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think it is such a fun nuisance.
Yeah, it is. It's still like lighthearted, but it's definitely going to annoy him. It's going to kind of ruin his day, which is awesome.
I actually ran into him in his new car maybe like 2 weeks ago.
How is that not the lead here? Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I ran in, and he definitely saw me, and his face turned white, and I know that his heart like dropped into his stomach. And I also have a friend who is a mutual real life friend with this girl as well, which thickens the plot. So it's a very small world, unfortunately.
Florida. It's so big, but they all know each other.
Wait, you're in Florida?
I'm in South Florida now, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm from Miami, 305 till I die.
Girl, I live in Miami, work in Fort Lauderdale, so I'm all around.
Okay, period. How did you meet him?
We met on Hinge, and so I'm 44, so my heart doesn't fall easily. The guys are few and far between. I'm very selective, but I met this guy, and on paper he checked many, many boxes. He has a real job. It's stable. It's good money. He also is in a band. As a hobby, not as trying to be like a rock star because he's nearly 50, but he's tall, dark, and handsome, has his own place and all of like the usual things. He likes to travel. He likes trying new foods, and we vibed really well. So when I got ghosted, it was a complete shock because there was no fight. There was no argument.
No, it's hurtful. That's the worst part about ghosting. It's always hurtful.
This guy's a dweeb.
And I'm sorry that he did that to you. And I'm also happy he did that to you, because now you know that this person has the capacity to hurt you that hard. And good people do not have that capacity. I'm being honest to God. Good people do not have the capacity to hurt you that way.
Yeah, that's true.
You know how I know I'm a good person? I've never ghosted anyone. Like I like that. And I've had the opportunity to.
Yeah, it just like 2 months is a good amount of time to be spending with someone to offer no explanation.
And also a person who I know is like a very earnest and direct communicator. Like, you know, I have the privilege of actually knowing the caller. What's crazy is, as I was thinking about this, you know, Katie mentioned that she's 44, and I'm like, it's so interesting because I met Katie when she was 27.
Whoa.
And I was like a 23-year-old. I met her in Coney Island.
Yes.
So like I've seen her through adulthood. She's seen me through adulthood, and it's just like I very rare do I have a phone. I don't think I've ever had a hotline call from someone I actually know in real life. And I'm kind of angry, but I'm telling you, revenge is getting them mildly annoyed through campaign emails or any other newsletter.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
It could actually lead to something good. He could get engaged. He could sign a petition or donate himself and get the right people elected next time around.
Yeah,
get a 20%
like
discount.
Win.
Get a 20% discount at the next store. Anyway, Katie, thank you so much for your call. Jessie, I'm going to talk to you later. Jessie, you were an incredible co-host for the month of April.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like we tackled a lot.
We really did. We got through so much, and I was shocked. I was scared. I cried. I laughed. I sang. I spoke Minion.
There was at least 17 characters that have visited us. And unfortunately, I don't know which one's the real you.
Oh, why does that sound so scary?
Because even the ones that you're like, I'm being for real and earnest, I'm like...
And can I tell you, I really was.
I believe you.
I just say things with like a smile on my face sometimes, and people are like, okay, girl. I'm like, no, I'm being 100% right now.
I think the proper way, though, for us to end this month's episodes of you is for you to flirt with the camera for 7 seconds.
Okay.
Right here.
Hey.
Stick out her tongue.
People like that. Don't worry. Hey. Wait.
Thank you so much for listening.
Too?
Don't forget to follow Jessie on Instagram. Jessie, while you're flirting, tell them your Instagram name.
Jessica Lee. Jessie. I don't know. It's something like that. I've never met someone like you before.
That's our show. Thank you so much for listening to the Ask a Matchmaker pod. While you're here, don't forget to check out the show notes. Don't forget to follow the podcast, Ask a Matchmaker. And if you're not already doing this, which would be so freaking weird, but follow me on Instagram, Matchmaker Maria. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rate. Only 5 stars, please. Don't forget to comment on the YouTube page and tell me how amazing Jessie was this past month. That's it for this week. Be lovable, but more importantly, be likable. See you next week.
Bye.